Oh, look at this beautiful orange beast. It's the new Mercedes AMG GT Black Series, the most extreme road car that Mercedes currently makes. It's essentially a GT3 racing car that you can drive to the shops and then onto the track. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the upgrades over the normal GT, and then I'm going to blast it round track, and hopefully I won't crash it and die.
Buying a new car? Then head to carwow, and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. Carwow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
I'm going to talk you through the history of the Black Series because there's not been many of them, only 5 up until now, and it actually all started in 2006 with the SLK, believe it or not. The SLK 55 Black. So it had a 5.5 litre supercharged V8 with 400 horsepower. Then in 2007 we got this, the CLK 63 Black Series that had a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V8 with 507 horsepower. And then we come to 2008 and this, the SL 65 Black Series with a 6 litre V12 bi-turbo with 670 horsepower. Love that back in the day. Then in 2011 we got this C63 AMG Black that has a 6.3 litre V8 naturally aspirated, 517 horsepower. So we're going down in power. Then in 2013 we have this, so we're going back up in power because it's the SLS Black Series, 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V8 with 631 horsepower. And my very favourite Black Series. Yes, I love it. I do love it. Anyway, enough of that nostalgia nonsense, because what we're here for today is this, the 7th Black Series in the series. You can tell already that it's very different because it's got a massive grille, just like the one on the GT race car, and really makes it stand out. Another key feature is loads of upgraded aero. The first is this. You've got an extendable front splitter. It's not the easiest thing to do. I've got to lie on the floor, pull some levers and then yank it out like that. Right. So that reduces lift massively at the front, creates quite a bit of downforce. You have to screw little bolts in there and there for when you're on track to add some support for them. Now you can't drive it like that on the road, reason being pedestrian protection. You hit somebody, you are going to shatter their ankles. I think I'll leave that out, it's too much of a faff to put back. Other updates include this, look, you've got some new lights, there's lots of aero and ventage here at the side, these little wings as well to just help improve that downforce, give you more front end grip. Also, there's loads of carbon fibre on this car. The bonnet is made out of carbon fibre, and look, it's sculptured as well to help air get in there to the radiators. The GT Black gets some unique alloy wheels which are forged, 19 inches at the front, 20s at the back. They've got a nice matte black paint finish to them. Also, they're wearing Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres, which have been specifically designed for this car for improved grip and feel. Find out more about that when I get out on track. You've also got upgraded carbon ceramic brakes over the normal GTR Pro, so they're slightly bigger, the discs are on this, for even improved braking performance. Another key feature are the louvres, which are cut directly into the bodywork. In fact, you can see all the way through to the tyre beneath. That helps let turbulent air out and reduces lift. Turbulent air is also released through this side breather as well. Moving down the side, you've got carbon fibre side skirts, which look really nice, carbon fibre door mirrors. From the side, this car looks real badass. I especially like it in this orange paint. The colour combination actually reminds me of a Japanese giant hornet, and I think it's going to have other cars going, ah, ah, get off, get off, get off, ah! It's gone now, it's safe. The key thing on this car obviously is this new big rear wing, so you can actually adjust it manually. However, the centre part here moves automatically depending on which driving mode you're in, and it can alter its angle by 20 degrees. Say if you're cornering or braking, it'll stick up more. If you're going high speed, then it'll go flat for reduced drag. This offers proper downforce. I'll show you now. Look at this, right? There are special braces in here attached to the chassis which press down on there because that can produce so much pressure on the back of the car. Now you can probably notice this as well. That's carbon fibre. It's not on a GTR Pro. The roof is carbon fibre like the GTR Pro, but that is extra on the Black Series. Also, you get lightweight glass as well in there, helps reduce the weight. Also, all this diffuser area, that's carbon fibre as well. The quad exhaust, that's made of thin steel, all helps keep the weight down. Total weight of this car, 1,540 kilos, so it's 35 kilos lighter than the GTR Pro. Now you're probably thinking, Matt, let's hear that exhaust. Being thinner, maybe it resonates more. Let's start it up and have a listen to what this GT Black Series sounds like. Welcome to the heart of the beast. So you have Mercedes familiar 4-litre twin-turbo V8, but it's been heavily reworked. New larger turbochargers, larger intercooler. You've also got an angled radiator for improved cooling, and these vents here which help channel air over the turbochargers to keep them cool. Inside the engine you've got new camshafts. You've also got a new crankshaft. So instead of a cross-plane crank, which is at 90 degrees, you have a flat plane crank, which is at 180 degrees, which is like a Ferrari. They've also changed the firing order as well. Now all these changes add up to some big power gains. So this engine produces 730 horsepower and 800 newton meters of torque. That's 145 more horsepower than the GTR Pro and 100 newton meters more torque. To cope with all that extra torque, Mercedes has had to beef up the car's 7-speed dual clutch transmission. They've also changed the launch control system to make it even more brutal. AMG says this car did 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds and top speed is 201 miles an hour. Now if you click on the pop-out banner up there, you can go to CarWow to sign up for our newsletter, where I'll keep you up to date with all the latest new car news and reviews in between our video uploads. Go do it, it's completely free. Here on the inside you get the usual AMG Sports steering wheel with the selectable drive modes here. However, it says AMG Black Series on it in this car, and the rim is trimmed in fake suede. In fact, there's fake suede everywhere on this car, which is really nice, and on the doors. Speaking of which, the door cards are made of lightweight material, so that helps save weight on the car, and you don't have door handles, you just have pulls because that also saves weight. You've also got carbon fibre sill plates, lovely. Probably noticed the carbon fibre bucket seats, really, really nice, and in this car they have orange stripes on them, and you also get orange stitching about the place as well, though you can switch that out for grey stitching if that's a bit too in your face. Now in the UK we get the track pack as standard, and that includes the roll cage. There's also a fire extinguisher in here somewhere, don't know where. It also includes 4-point racing harness. Unfortunately, you don't get that as standard in other markets, though to be fair, in the UK this car does start from £335,000. Now let's talk about the chassis upgrades, because there's loads. Like on a GTR Pro, you can adjust the camber of the wheels at the front and the back, only you can adjust them by a lot more, so up to 3.5 degrees, which is quite a lot. Just like with the GTR Pro, you have adjustable anti-roll bars at the front and the back. The front one is carbon fibre and the rear one is hollow steel. Unlike the GTR Pro, which has dampers you have to adjust manually with your hand, you can do it electronically in the Black Series. 3 different settings: Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus. Now the dampers are completely different than on the normal GTR, and they're much more sporty focused, so the setup is firmer and more aggressive. Now there is something you can adjust manually, and that's the ride height, and you can change it by up to 15mm depending on the driving conditions. Underneath the car there's a cross brace which helps strengthen the body. You can't actually see it though because the entire underside is covered in black plastic to help smooth airflow. There are these fins though which channel air to the rear diffuser to help with downforce, and apparently if this car's going flat out it's got 800 kilos of downforce, which is insane. However, it's not all good. Here's 5 annoying things about the AMG GT Black Series. The carbon fibre bucket seats may be lovely, but the wing back here makes it really hard to get your hands on the gear selector. The splitter on the GTR Pro doesn't pop out, it actually lowers, but at least it does it electronically. It's a real faff just trying to operate this. Yeah, just haven't been able to get it back in. When you buy a limited run car, you want to know how much that run is limited to. But Mercedes won't say for this, they'll just say they're going to build it for just 1 year. So they may end up building 500, 1,000 or 2,000, who knows. This checkered flag here on the badge looks crap, that's all I have to say about it. See this? It's actually Mercedes' old infotainment system. Look, no touchscreen, which means that their most expensive car doesn't have as good an infotainment system as the A-Class, which is their least expensive car. To be fair though, all is forgiven when you drive this thing. Welcome to me looking like a complete nutter idiot in a helmet and a hair protector thingy. So I've got to wear this for safety's sake, obviously going out on track now, and I've got my harness on. It feels like a pretty serious beast already. I've got the car set up in race mode with the stability control on, just for the first few laps. See how we get on. Hopefully I won't crash. Let's do this. Now I'm following some other cars out here, and in front is Bernd Schneider, who is a DTM touring car legend. So he'll be going at about 50% and I'll be going at about 110%. Right, I think I'm going to change gears myself because race car for the road. You got to it, yeah. Oh, blimey. I'll tell you what, straight away, The front end on this is well tidy. The way it grips. And you can probably hear as well, the engine definitely sounds different with that flat, plain crank and the different firing order. It sounds absolutely epic. They've really made some significant changes to this car. And you can feel them. It's got that race car feel to it. So much more information is coming through the steering than I recall from a GT or the GTR Pro. This bit's a bit sketch. Get this wrong with this wall, you've got to trust those tyres. But they're good tyres, specifically developed for this car. Ooh. This is a beast, an absolute beast of a machine. You can probably hear my radio just like rattling around in the cup holder. Some change in direction. That front end grip is phenomenal. Be brave, don't lift, keep it on, keep it on. Oh. Get this one right, Matt, come on, Matt. Yes. I tell you what, when you get into a rhythm with this, it's absolutely gorgeous. They have done a great job. Whoa, it's just sliding slightly there. I think I might have cocked that up a bit. Oh no. This is the tricky one for me, this one here. You can just feel the nose just holding, get the apex. Power! And this engine kicking out 730 horses. Woo. Cool down lap for the car and cool down lap for the presenter. There's one thing I've forgotten to do, and that's launch the car. So I've got my specialist timing gear here, got the car in race mode. I'm just going to get and do it. See what number it's going to give me to 60 miles an hour and the quarter mile. So restart, lower revs a bit, lower them a bit. Release brake, here we go. It's off now, took a wee while. 3.47 to 60. Where's the standing quarter? 1088 on the standing quarter. Let's give it another go. Here we are. No, it's on it now. That's good. Woohoo! 3.13 to 60. 10.6 quarter mile, and I reckon it'll go quicker, but I haven't got time today. Oh, that's brutal. So then, what's my final verdict on the new AMG GT Black Series? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon if you've got the means and you want the ultimate AMG, just go right ahead and buy this. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the most extreme Black Series car ever. It's awesome on track, and I don't think it's ever going to lose any money. So it should be a sound investment as well. Do you agree with my verdict? Let me know in the comments section. Also, please subscribe to this channel for more videos. And if you click on the deals box to the right, you can see how much you can save on a new car at CarWow. Or click on the video windows below to watch another of my videos.